Hi guys, I'm Murder Retouch, and today I'm going to show you how to use my Photoshop action for high-end retouching. So basically what this video is going to show you is how to use the matte and even step in order to start retouching. It's suitable for beginners all the way to experienced photographers and retouchers. Basically what it does is simplify your workflow so that you don't have to go through all those tedious steps just to do one thing. Before I start retouching, what I usually do is work on the image composition. Basically what image composition is looking at an image and deciding what you don't like about the image and what things need to change. Like if you look at this image here, you can see that there's a lot of shadowing on the face, shadowing on the neck, shadowing on the shoulder to the armpit, and also in the hand. If I click on my composition layer, you will now see that that's lightened up and the overall image looks a little bit better. I'll cover composition in another video. Right now I'm just going to show you how to do or how to use my Photoshop action. So if you haven't got the action tab loaded, what you can do is you go to Window, Actions, or click Alt F9 on a PC. I'm not too sure what it is on a Mac, it might be the same, but Window and Actions, and then it will open up your Actions tab. Then to load your action, if it's not already loaded, go to that little drop down tab and click Load Actions. As mine's already loaded, I'm not going to go through that, but that's what you do to load it. So the first thing that I'm going to do is click on the Play Me First option and press play. Basically a little message will pop up telling you what the action does or the step does and how you can do it manually. So it says this will duplicate the layer, and you can either play this step every time, or you can press Command J on a Mac or Control J on a PC to do it manually. You will need to do this step every time you start a new photo. It is personal preference, but if you don't want to do it every time, that's up to you. I just prefer not to work on the background layer, just because I will then have a reference to go back to see what the image was like before. So I'm just going to click continue, and what it does is it just copies all the layers that you have and puts it into one base layer for you to start retouching. And it says now you can begin the action. So right now I'm just going to focus on the matte and even, and then in a separate video I will continue with frequency separation, Gaussian blur, and frequency separation, dust and scratches. So I'm going to click on matte and even, press play. You will get a few messages in each action that you play explaining what it does and giving you tips and hints on what to do. So it says this step converts the image to CMYK. It uses the yellow channel to smoothen out the skin tone and texture. It converts it back to RGB so that you can use it. You press continue and it will do its thing, and when it's done another message will pop up to tell you what to do. It says using a soft white paintbrush, paint the skin area onto the layer mask to reveal the effect. Change the opacity if needed. It says you do not need to open the group folder, and it also says do not worry about the red tones in the skin for now. So this would be your group folder. If you do open it, all you'll find is the converted channel and the base layer for matte and even. So you don't really need to open it because there's nothing that you need to change. This is your layer mask. A layer mask works on black and white. Black is to hide and white is to reveal. So you're going to choose a paintbrush, you choose a white brush. You can change the opacity of the paintbrush, or you can change the opacity in the end of the whole group layer. So make the brush a bit bigger. Obviously this will vary with the photo, and make sure that your hardness is on 0%. Now all you do is make sure that your layer mask is selected and you paint over the skin. Don't worry too much about the red tone that it does give the skin, because when you're finished doing the next few steps, you will come to the part where it does the color correction. So you just paint in the skin area using a soft white brush. If you've missed a few parts, doesn't really matter as long as you've got the basic parts of the skin covered. Now to erase any areas that you have covered that you don't want to have covered or to be covered, just switch your brush to black color and go over the parts that you need to erase. Always remember to do the nostrils, because the nostrils don't have that misty tone, misty texture to them, because it just looks silly. And also, if you've gone onto the hair a little bit, if it is affecting your hair, just erase the parts that are closer to the skin. There we go. So now that you've got the basic matte and even of the skin, you can change the opacity if you feel it's a little bit too strong. I've put mine on 82%. It just brings it out a little bit, just enough to make a little bit of a difference to the photo. So this will be the end of this video, first video in the series. Keep an eye on my channel to make sure that you've not missed the second part of the video, which is frequency separation, Gaussian blur, and frequency separation, dust and scratches. If you have not purchased my action already, please take a look at my DeviantArt page. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more videos.